All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. Coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man.
And what a feeling it's got to be for this young player is that last bucket represents the first official score in the NBA from Freak.
You know, you got to be happy for him. I mean, that's a great way to open up his NBA scoring account.
Well, everybody is happy to see him put the first points of his career on the board. Coaches, fans, teammates, everybody.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And look, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And he can't hit the second. Now here's Turner looking for his first basket still in this one. That is good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
It'll count, and that's not going to go. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Celtics lead by 7. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court?
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Freak in at point guard. Olynyk is out there with Mickey. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Smart in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Crowder comes in for Evan Turner. And Bradley's subbed in for Smart. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Carl Landry's checked in for Noel. Outside Landry, he dishes it to Smith. Inside, here's Okafor. Mickey grabs the board.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Freak kicks to Crowder. Sullinger the screen. 5 on the clock. That drops. And that's 11 points for Freak.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming to the board are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Thomas checked in for Freak.
Your Celtics dancers.
And that concludes the first half. Boston on.
Here we go.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. We got a spectacular boost from the guys coming off the bench, and that's huge because it should leave us with nothing but fresh legs as we get deep into this game. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. That's all, and that should be enough. We're in a good spot. There's a W waiting for us out there, so let's go out there and get it.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere. Some changes for Boston. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger, and Freak subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Robert Covington out there with Carl Landry. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Okafor, and it's Cannon in at the shooting guard position. Smith outside. Okafor sets the pick for Smith. From 10 feet out, that's tipped.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career has been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Freak kicks to Bradley. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Olynyk the pass to Freak to the right side. Here's Crowder, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting, injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Here's Cannon, guarded by Bradley. Here's Okafor, and it's blocked. Tries again. Here's Landry, and another shot. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Covington in the corner. Jacks up a three. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
Freak, he's in at the point. Mickey out there with Amir Johnson. Then there's Smart, and it's Zeller in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Isaiah Thomas. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. What do you think?
In my opinion, his passing is what really drove them to this win. He did a fantastic job of spreading the ball around and keeping everyone involved in the...
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.